So let's get rid of our mask path. Okay, so we will start by having just the gold tooth on top of the other tooth, right? And so the idea is that we want it to kind of like coat or melt or whatever. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put a mask on the gold and reveal it. And so with the gold tooth selected, I just come over here and I choose any of these shapes. It doesn't really matter. I'll just choose the ellipse shape. And then I just click and drag. And you'll notice that wherever that shape is, by default, it's going to show stuff inside of that shape. So you can do two things at this point. We'll come down over here and we'll expand the mask. And you have mask path, feather, opacity, expansion, all this stuff, right? So if you turn change over time on the path, then any changes that you make will cause change over time. And so it'll track these pixels. So this is 1 through, or not pixels, vertices. So this is 1 through 4. And so I'll click way away from it. And then I'm just going to click on a single one of these and I can kind of just start moving them around. And so I'll just put this into kind of like a drip scenario. Like this. And then we'll just kind of start these up here. And make sure that they don't have like reverse handlebars or anything. And then let's say that we want this to happen over 1 second. I'm going to move it to 1 second. And then I'm just going to click each one of these, so I have to click away. If it does this, it's in a transform mode. And so you can just hit enter or escape. So click away, click on a single anchor point. I'm going to drag it all the way down here like this. All the way down here like this. And all the way down here like this. I might have to make some adjustments to things. And then you're just going to scrub back and forth and see if that kind of coats it the way that you want it. And if it doesn't, you can say, actually right here, I want it to be a little bit different. You can just move your playhead right there in the middle. And you can make an adjustment. And you notice that it added a keyframe down there. And so if I want this part to be coated on the top as well, then I can do that. And it'll still end up where it ended up before. So that's one way to do it. Just kind of coats like that. If you want this to go faster, you can select all of these keyframes. And then if you, oops, too far. If you hold down the Alt button, you can increase or decrease this ratio or the space inside, or the speed basically. So if I want it to go faster, happen in half a second, then I can do that. And it'll now happen in half a second. So we'll press play. And that happens really fast. And if that's too fast, then I can grab all three of these, hold Alt, click and drag it out. Now it'll happen over 2 seconds. So that's the first way to do it. The second way to do it is like this. So let's say that we create our own shape. We'll just do this really fast. So I'm going to say I want the shape to come from the upper left again and have 3 drips.
What? Oh, no, I don't.
And then we'll click here, we'll click here, we'll click here. And so I just get the shape to however I want this shape to be. Then I'm going to select the whole thing, copy, come over here, and with the mask path selected and my playhead to where I want to paste to, then I just copy and paste that in. I gotta copy it, I guess. Oops, come back. It'll be down here. Oh, it worked. Where did the keyframe go? Oh, because I don't have keyframes in. And so that's way too big, so I can do one of two things. I can just come back over here and I can say, this needs to be smaller. And then I copy it, and I can come over and paste it, and it's smaller. And then from there, again, I can turn on change over time, move the playhead, and if I'm more comfortable editing things in Illustrator than I am in After Effects, then I can come in and I can, make little adjustments and do things like this. Maybe I want these to happen at a different time, so I'll go like this, copy, with my mask path selected, paste. And I can come back over, and I can say, come way down. This can come over. This can come down. That can come down. This can come down. Again, copy, move the playhead, paste. So you see that now what I created in Illustrator is animating over time. I can still come in to each of these keyframes, and I can just move it. So I can come in and grab the whole thing and kind of adjust it. I just grabbed the whole shape. So let's grab just the mask. There we go. Just kind of, you can still edit, from there if you want to. So those are the two different ways. If it's more complex and you feel more comfortable in Illustrator, then you can do that way or